Hello, everyone. Welcome to Live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Paul Wontorek. Sorry we're a little late. You know, we're running all over the place these days.
It's Tony time, people. You know that.
Things happening in all corners of the theater district.
But we have a fantastic guest.
Yeah, who's our guest today?
Reg Rogers, who is in Present Laughter at the St. James Theater.
So funny and so
talented. Funny. Dashing. The dashing Reg Rogers
great
is
hair.
here.
Great hair. People talk of my hair. I like Reg Rogers' hair.
That's one of our topics, I think. I think that is. But we have. Do we have news? Tell me.
News.
I don't even know what's going
news.
on.
Yes, Bess. Yes, Bess.
Bess?
Porgy and Bess.
Like we just met.
Yes, Beth. There's news. Anthony Ramos.
Of Hamilton fame?
Yes, of Hamilton fame. He has probably like a job that most people want. He will be in the Star is Born remake, playing Lady Gaga's best friend, which is pretty cool. So,
Nice.
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are doing this remake right now, and Anthony Ramos is in it too. And this is coming in theaters September 28th next year. So
2018.
yeah,
we
they're
have to
filming
wait.
it now, but it's a big deal.
That is a great big deal.
Big juicy role. So
These Hamilton people are everywhere. They just keep working.
Yep. Do you remember Stuffed, the Lisa Lampanelli play?
No.
Well, Lisa Lampanelli, remember this play's actually had a little bit of a path to the stage. You remember originally it was a one-woman show?
I do remember
and there was
that,
a lot
yes.
of talk that she was going to do a one-woman show on Broadway, and then she turned it into a play for four women. She was in it, and they did it uptown, and it's coming back. I know, like Anne Harada was in it originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so
She's
it's
a
coming
very
back.
funny lady.
It's coming back to the West Side Theater, and there's some new material by Ashley Austin Morse. It's written by Lisa and starring Lisa. Lisa's obviously the outrageous comedian who lost like 200 pounds. And
talks very frankly about all of this.
And it's a whole play about like women's body issues, and she, I don't know, I really appreciate how she keeps working on it. You know what I mean? She did the run, and she just keeps working on it, and good for her.
That
That
to the
starts
West Side,
October,
where Cagney was.
October 6th.
Is that where it's going? Where Cagney was?
Yes, the Cagney Theater, absolutely.
Cagney.
Beautiful, the Carole King musical,
Yes.
is ending its run in London. So you only have until August 5th if you're in London, but it's never going to close on Broadway, apparently.
Ever, ever, ever.
I mean, it's
at
big.
the Stephen Sondheim Theater.
People love that music so much. And a big, nice, healthy run in London. That'll be a 2.5-year run. And Cassidy Jansen is currently breaking hearts as Carole King and singing all the hits. So go see that. The Obie Awards were last night, which is, as we said yesterday, the fancy Off-Broadway Award. And Oslo and Decent Sweat all won awards. These are Broadway hits, Tony nominees.
And which musical?
The Band's Visit, because
The Band's Visit is just getting tons of awards.
how often do we talk?
I think it's because I said I liked it on Live at 5. I'm pretty sure it was because of me.
I'm so
Hi, David
bitter that I
Yancey.
couldn't get tickets to it, but hopefully it's coming back to Broadway. That's the buzz, people. That'll be one of next year's Tony nominees.
And it won't be eligible for any of these other awards that it already
and it'll be confusing. Also, special awards for Anna Devere Smith for her show Notes from the Field,
which was
and
fabulous.
Taylor Mack, who did that 24-decade history of popular music,
which was a finalist for the Pulitzer.
Right? Wasn't it like 24 Hours too, or something?
24 decade.
I thought it was like, but I thought it was like
Different
I thought it was a show you like drop in for a while, then you leave and go eat dinner and come back. It's still going. I know.
You were misinformed.
Deborah Messing is in that Dirty Dancing remake, which I believe is on ABC tomorrow night. And she was on The View talking about that. And why are we talking about that? Because she's been on Broadway, and Dirty Dancing was a musical, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's correct.
And there's a lot of theater people in it. So that's on tomorrow. Rosie O'Donnell, this is fun. Rosie O'Donnell will MC a benefit for the Phyllis Newman Women's Health Initiative, and it's called Hollywood Nurses. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not.
Hollywood Nurses is a 1950s lesbian pulp novel. So I think those nurses are up to some stuff. And it's going to be a starry reading happening June 19th. Rosie will MC it, and I bet it's going to be a lot of fun. Dina Merrill died. She was 93 years old. She was in the 1983 revival of On Your Toes, not on your feet.
Got it.
On Your Toes.
On Your Toes.
Get on your toes. She was also in Angel Street, The Mermaid Singing. She lived a great, fabulous life. 25 feature films, 100 TV appearances. Anyway, so
93 is a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelly O'Hara, Make Someone Happy with Kelly O'Hara is the name of her concert she's doing on July 24th at WTF.
Williamstown Theater Festival. Just relax, everyone.
I just love how they call themselves WTF. Like, they really push it. I love it. It's fun. WTF. So WTF, Kelly O'Hara. Sam, they're doing all these, live action Disney, right, based on the.
Yeah.
They're doing Pinocchio.
Wait, I can't keep track of how many there
No,
are.
there's so many. They're doing Pinocchio, and it's with Chris Weitz wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
And he's done a lot of movies and plays. And now there's talk that Sam Mendes might be directing.
Okay.
Which is very interesting.
Well, that's a very talented individual.
Yeah. There's a super fun hot shot, a selfie of the 5 guys. So today was the Tony nominees luncheon.
It's
which
not
is
a press
private.
event.
This is a private event where the nominees just get to go and
Hobnob.
talk about the press, probably. Talk about how
I'm
annoying
sure they
we
went
are.
there to talk about
And
us.
they get to-
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that was today. And there's a great photo that Gavin Creel took of the 5 guys nominated in the featured actor in a musical category, right? So it's
Let's name them. This
yeah,
is
let's
like
name them. Brandon Uranowitz, Andrew Reynolds, Mike Feist, Lucas Steele, and Gavin Creel. And it's
did that very
adorable. It's a
quickly.
really cute photo.
It is sweet.
And what a good-looking category, right?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Very
any of
good
those guys.
With the band.
Laura Osnes had her backstage antics.
And this is episode 7.
Right, there's one more next week.
It's up on the site. There's one more to go. There are also photos of the MTC Gala. Come From Away was on Seth Meyers, and Ben Platt and Dear Evan Hansen sang For Forever for the first time on TV, and that happened on Colbert. And
Lots of theater happening all over the place.
yeah, that's it. But that's a lot. And let's take a break.
Yes, and we'll be right back with Reg Rogers.
We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Christine Nielsen. I'm currently in Present Laughter, and I'm playing Never Have I Ever. Ever. Never have I ever. This is a sadly true story. Now, I hope this is very serious because I broke a bone while doing Present Laughter, and they didn't fire me. I broke a wrist, just a simple, horrible, right in the snow, admitting how old I am. I went down like a ton of bricks. No one helped me. I have to say that. It's such a typical New York story. Not one person asked if I was all right. It's embarrassing to say, but yes, sometimes I laugh so hard. I'm very lucky in the show that I am right now, that I have these moments where I come dashing off stage, and you'll know why when you see Kevin Kline.
Must-see musical takes you into the heart of the remarkable true story of 7,000 stranded passengers and a small town in Newfoundland that welcomed them. Come From Away, Broadway's best surprise of the season. Every New Yorker must see this show. It does what the best musicals do, takes you to a place you never want to leave. It's the catharsis we need in this American moment, raves the New York Times. Come From Away, telecharge.com.
And we are back with Reg Rogers of Present Laughter. Hi, Reg.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in. I can't tell you how much I love this show.
I love it too.
It's so much fun.
It is, yeah.
Let's talk about spending every night in that gorgeous set.
It's a beautiful set. It's a home that I would love to have.
Exactly. You
It's
walk into
an
the
apartment
theater.
in New York that I would like to have on my salary.
I think that's possible.
No,
I think it's a thing. It could happen.
I don't think so.
It's a David Zinn set. It's really gorgeous. You guys
Yes.
wear fantastic costumes by Susan Hilferty.
Yes, yes.
And you are in yet another period piece.
Yeah, good.
I can't
You know,
tell if
I'd
you're
like,
happy
to do,
about
I'd like
that.
to do something. I'd like to do something else
But
sometime
you've done a
soon.
lot of,
But
to
yeah,
be fair,
but
you
to
have
be
done
fair,
a lot of new work. You've premiered a lot of shows. But
That's
you,
right. That's right. But
you
it's been
do
a
well
lot
in a
of
period.
revivals
Yeah.
in a row, which is good. Now I'm in a groove.
You're in a groove.
Yeah.
Are you having fun doing this Noel Coward?
I am. I love it. And I honestly questioned at the beginning why Noel Coward, but it's so good. It's such a good play.
It's so well written. It's so
Yeah.
tight. You've got lots of zingers here and there.
Yeah.
You've got Kevin Kline.
Yeah, Kevin
just
Kline,
saying.
who is amazing. He's been. I don't know how long, but I know that I did a workshop of it with him about a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, in the same part. So he's been fiddling with it in his head for a long time, I think. And I mean, I've never asked him, but it's so way down in him that you know, it's like having the real guy. It's like,
It
oh,
is.
we have Gary Essendine, and we're just going to do the play around him, and hopefully he'll, you know, do it with us.
It's a tight ensemble, and you've got such powerhouse performers in it with Kate Burton and Christine Nielsen, Kobe Smulders.
Mhm.
And so you play Morris.
Morris Dixon.
Morris Dixon.
Yes.
He's kind of he's a bit of a rogue.
I think he wants to be.
He's a rogue wannabe.
He might be an actual failure at it, but he's trying very hard. I think I think everybody in the play is in love with Gary, and so I think he sees that he's trying to encapsulate that part of Gary, in himself. And
he emulates him.
He tries to emulate. Emulate was probably the word. I wish I would come up with that word at the time.
Absolutely, $3 word. Absolutely. You work so much. I like to say this. I mean, I really feel like you work so much. Tell me a little. But what I don't know is how you got your start. Tell me a little bit about when you got bitten by the acting bug.
I started. I was doing something else in school. Several other things. I had like 5 majors before I graduated with an English major so that I could go to Yale School of Drama. And that was around 90, and that's about the time that I said, I'm going to do that.
Were you in plays in school?
I was in a few plays in school, yeah, but I was in one in high school because the girl who was in it and I liked each other, and she said, audition for this part, and I said I did, and I got it, but I didn't really understand.
What was it?
It was Hello Dolly, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was Cornelius Hackle.
I never would have guessed that.
Ah.
Amazing. So then you went to Yale.
Yeah. Went to Yale for 3 years, and when I came out, I got, lucky. I got some stuff to do, and I did this play Holiday, another
Which
revival.
you got a Tony nomination for.
Which was sort of what got me kind of going.
It launched you.
Yeah, I guess.
I would like to say
stuff
it
like that, yeah.
People don't say that about themselves,
I've been
but I can
launched.
say it about you. We're getting some questions in already.
Wow.
People are watching us.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Billy is asking, what's your dream role?
Well, a buddy of mine named Mark Rucker, who had passed away a few years back, he was a director, and we had always planned to do Hamlet. And now I'm just getting a little long in the tooth for it. I don't know that I'll ever
And
get
you
to
would play
do it,
Hamlet, and
yeah,
he would direct it?
Yeah, that was the
the plan.
Yeah, but the best laid plans.
Okay.
Just never happened.
So you don't. So we
So
can't.
it is truly at this point a dream role.
Anyone can play Hamlet. A dream. It's a dream.
It's just
it's
a dream.
Hamlet is ageless. You can play Hamlet. Alec is asking what it's like working with Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline is so inclusive and so funny and so generous with everybody that it could not be a happier group of people.
You can feel that from the audience.
He is fantastic, and his physicality, we were just talking about, his physicality is getting bolder and bolder and more beautiful and more flawless and seamless. It's just a joy.
It's so much fun to watch
I
someone
give
so
I give
distinguished.
a lot of back to the audience so that I can just look upstage and let him just have something to fire at. So
Go see Present Laughter and look at Reg Rogers' back.
I do a lot of back acting. It's very good.
Back acting is strong right now. Barry is asking if you have any preferences between revivals and new work.
I just like to work, really.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. But I mean, they both have their. I
mean, it's nice to have the
a
playwright
$3
in the
word.
room.
They both have their high points. I mean,
Yeah.
having the playwright in the room is a different thing because it can change. And this piece changed too because they found that there's like 5 published versions.
Oh, really?
And
he kept
the
working on
estate
it.
didn't even know. Yeah, like he kept, every time he revived it, he did something, Noel Coward, every time Noel Coward revived it, he did something else with it. And so we got to sort of pick and choose from it.
Yeah, this singer over that singer.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Lots of singers in Noel
Yeah.
Coward. Do you have a moment in the show that makes you laugh every night?
I didn't realize it, but there's a thing he does with a door that I'm watching, and I'm supposed to be in misery. And so I've managed to many times seem like I'm going to fall asleep or cry so that I don't have to watch what's going on because I realize now it makes me laugh. I mean, he does a thing with the door when he comes out and sees Henry, and there's a spin involved now and all sorts of stuff and this little
Choreography.
piano playing that goes on. And I watched it and I thought, I was in character. I thought I was in character and I was watching it. And then I realized, oh, I'm going to break. And I had to.
Not supposed to have a big
Luckily,
grin on your face.
I had my back to the audience, so I could. It was easy.
All right, I'm going to bring up what Paul brought up. Can we talk about your hair? This is some serious hair.
I wear a visor. It's my equivalent of a do-rag. I wear a visor so that it's.
I think if you shaved your head, I would not know who you were. I just want
had
to
a
say.
shaved
It's a
head once.
signature. Did you?
Yeah, I liked it very much. I have a good head. And I liked shaving it too, because you could do it in the shower. You do everything in the shower and just be done.
But your back acting is amazing. Your hair acting.
Hair
on point.
acting is a Yale thing. That's what
It's a
some of the
course in the third
MFAs
year,
are
right?
for. Well, everybody that shows up, when you show up first, you read all the Chekhov plays, and then you show up and everybody's got giant beards. All the
Of
men
course,
have giant
yes.
beards, and they turn into mutton chops and mustaches and goatees, and that's Yale.
You guys definitely get your MFA from Yale.
It's worth it.
You might end up with a lot of facial hair. So I just want to know what it's like with Kate Burton and Kobe Smulders. You have to fall in love with Kobe. That must be really tough for you. it's hard work you're doing.
You know, the thing is I hardly see her.
It's
you
true.
know, so
Just talking about her.
it could
The
be-
image
yeah,
is there,
Yeah, it could be anybody.
locked in the back room.
But Kate is so lovely because she's treating me like her child. Sort of.
Really?
Yeah, well, when she talks to me, she talks in a very calming voice because I get so hysterical all the time. She's always like, "Oh, Morris, it's okay," and it's so comforting.
Obviously, Kate has a history with this play too, because she did the young
Yeah,
ingenue role
yeah.
many years ago.
With George C. Scott as Gary, and that's not on tape anywhere. And I went to the Lincoln Center Library thinking, but they hadn't started doing that yet.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to see it because I love George C. Scott, and I thought, how did George C. Scott do Noel Coward? And so my Morris is actually sort of an homage to how I imagine George C. Scott would do Coward.
Really? I want
That's
to come
it.
back and see it with that in mind now.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you do research when you have a role? Do you go and see other performances and try and, especially for
I
revival?
don't. I mean, you know, really good plays like this one, they're written in such a way that you kind of can jump on at the beginning and it'll take you to the end. And,
Yeah.
and you don't. I mean, there are plays, you know, that of course research is a benefit, but this particular play, you know, we looked into the time period and stuff like that, but there wasn't a lot of work to do because it's just so well put together.
You definitely, as we said before, you've done so many period pieces. You fit into this era very well.
That's what I thought. I couldn't get into Boardwalk Empire till the end. I thought, that's my period. And they're like, no, it's not your period. I said,
like-
well, look at all this other stuff. It is clearly my period.
You already had that cut of suit, I
Yeah.
think.
I have a handlebar mustache and a drawer. I could have just...
From Yale? Is that where you
It's
got it?
actually, no, it's from another TV show, but I like to keep it just in case.
Just in case something comes
Just in
up.
case it says character has handlebar mustache.
That must come up every once in a while.
It actually did. But it came, that movie about Petit, the guy who tightroped across the
Oh, yeah,
Twin
yeah.
Towers.
Mhm.
The guy, his name is like Barney Greengrass or something. The guy who was like in the building and got him into the building, and it said character has handlebar mustache, and so I showed up with one. You never know.
I want to know what else is in
old,
that drawer.
old Ben Nye makeup kit.
Alec is asking if any funny onstage mishaps happen in Present Laughter.
There are little carafes and a glass all around the set for Kevin because he
Pure
has
gin,
so
right?
much. No, it's just water, but he's got so much talking to do. So if he needs water, there's usually one nearby, and there was one on a little table, and Kevin moved as Kobe was coming out of a door. Kevin moved and knocked the table accidentally, and the carafe and the glass went flying, and he caught them and poured it and handed it to Kobe, and she came out and she took it and she drank the whole glass of water and then started her line.
That's
But,
not a mishap. That's like a home run.
That's a home run. Yeah. Started by a mishap.
That's amazing. I love it. Well, Reg, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Go see Present Laughter. Go see Present Laughter at the St. James Theater. I'm looking at everyone. Go see Present Laughter.
See
It's
ya.
fantastic,
Yeah,
and you're wonderful in it.
thank you.
Back acting, hair acting, everything.
There is hair acting in that too as well.
And we will see you tomorrow.